Although its 50th birthday was technically last year, Vans has kept the celebration going into 2017. Originally known as Style 36, the Old Skool looks great in blue, red, and yellow with white accents and a call out to 1966. Let's take a look. Hey all, what is up? Reese here. I've got a brand new sneaker pickup to show you. What we're looking at today is the Vans Old Skool in a colorway from the 1966 collection. The colors listed on the box are blue, white, and red. And these released in the spring of 2017 with a retail price of $60. Now as we're going through this video, I'd love for you to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this shoe. I'd be interested to hear both what your thoughts are on this colorway, but then also just how the Old Skool stacks up for you against other kind of iconic Vans silhouettes. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And finally, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. This is a little bit different than most of the shoes I review on this channel, and as a matter of fact, this is the first pair of Vans I've ever owned. I've definitely toyed with the idea of like the black and white checkered slip-ons and a couple different pairs of the skate high, but I've just never pulled the trigger. And even today, I wasn't really planning to buy a pair of Vans. I went into my local Foot Locker, and first of all, I don't really think of Foot Locker as like the place where if I'm going to buy a pair of Vans, it's probably not going to be super high on my list. But I went in to get a raffle ticket for the Royal Air Jordan 1s that are releasing this weekend. I don't necessarily like my chances. I've only won like 2 sneaker raffles ever, but I figured it was worth a shot. And while I was in there, these just really caught my eye. I love this colorway. As I mentioned, this is part of a 1966 collection. And so 1966 is the year the Vans was founded. So last year, 2016, was the 50th anniversary, and they did a lot to celebrate with some special releases, and we've seen some of those carry over into 2017. Specifically, there have been a handful of releases as part of this 1966 collection that feature a similar formula of some combination of the primary colors of blue, red, and yellow with white on a couple kind of iconic Vans silhouettes. You've had this blue-based Old Skool. There were a couple of versions of the skate high and also a colorway of the era. And they all feature some call out to 1966. On these, you've got the entire year back here at the heel. On the skate highs, it's split at the heel, so one shoe has 19, the other has 66. And then on the eras, they do that same thing, but it's split on the tongue, so 19 and 66. As far as the Old Skool is concerned, this was a model that was actually first introduced in 1977 as Style 36. Back then, they just basically had a 2-digit number that was the style number for a shoe, and that was kind of how it was known. That was actually what they had in their marketing materials, but then over time, it's come to be known as the Old Skool. This was a notable design for Vans for 2 main reasons. The first is that it was their first shoe to feature leather and suede overlays and panels in the shoe. And then more importantly, it was the first Vans shoe to feature this now iconic stripe that runs along the side of the shoe. At the time, they called it either the jazz stripe. I know some of the marketing materials called it a racing stripe, but now it's become kind of one of the main identifiers for a lot of different Vans silhouettes. Now with all that said, we've gone through the background a little bit of the shoe and why I picked these up. We'll dive down to a close-up view where we can take a look at the colors, materials, and everything going on with this sneaker. We'll kick things off with a look at the box. You got your typical Vans off-the-wall box, nothing really special here. Vans print all along the side. There's your size and information tag. One thing to note, I did go with a size 12 on these. I normally wear a size 13 in Nike, Adidas, and most other brands. Vans definitely run big, and I would recommend sizing down, but you can probably get away with just a half size down. They just don't make size 12, or at least don't make it readily available, which is why I went all the way down, and these will still work just fine for me. Looking at the shoe itself, pretty much the entire upper is a really vibrant shade of blue. Throughout the middle section, you've got canvas material. Take a look at that right there. And then there are some overlays that feature a fairly short hair or short cut of suede. You can see that here at the toe box. And you've also got that running up along the eyelets. And then finally back here at the heel, and you can see you've got that 1966 stamped in right there. The stitching on the upper is done in white. You can see it right there, for example. And then we've also got that stripe running along there in white. It's kind of a tumbled leather. And again, that was originally called like the jazz stripe. It was literally just taken from a doodle that one of the founders had just kind of been working on, and they ended up incorporating it into the shoe. You've got white flat laces. The tongue on these is pretty interesting. It's canvas, and you've got an interesting print. So you can see there's like a red rectangle there. You've got a yellow rectangle down here in the corner. And the rest of it is this white and blue stripe pattern. If we look inside the shoe, the insole features that same white and blue stripe. You've got the Vans logo right under the heel in red. The collar of the shoe is a white tumbled leather. And then you can see the lining of the shoe is a yellow canvas, and then the inside of the tongue is red canvas. The midsole then is all white, running all the way around the shoe. You do have the Vans off-the-wall logo at the heel in blue with white text. And then finally, at the bottom of the shoe, you've got the iconic Vans waffle pattern, also done up in your blue. Like I said, I really enjoy this colorway. I think it's really sharp. I love the combination of fairly simple colors, but done up in a way to really provide some nice contrast between like the blue and the white. And it really just helps the overall colorway pop. If you haven't yet, definitely let me know down in the comments what you think about this sneaker. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.